fellas over here, local lads, they got a tombstone opening ceremony tomorrow. We're going to go out hunting to get some food. They're going to cook up a big thing for the whole community. And tomorrow I'm actually going to go in there and sort of film all their dancing, and it's a celebration. When someone passes away, they have the funeral and it's mourning, and they all get together and mourn. And then when they open and reveal the tombstone to their relatives, they all celebrate and get together, eat food and dance. And I think that's going to be such a cool thing to film. And they've invited us to come hunting today, traditional hunting, so there could be some unique stuff going on in here, but it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a sick experience for me. And then tomorrow it's going to be a celebration which is going to be wicked. So pretty frothing. The boys come along, we're just sitting on the dock. They said, hey, you want to come hunting, come out tomorrow? So it worked out well. There we go. What was your name?
Mussy.
Mussy?
Yeah, man.
We're going with 2 boats, lads over here as well. And we got Shaq here.
How are you?
There's the other boys in there. What are they cutting that up for?
That goes in the end of the warp and just secures the tata on the end and makes it a bit firm instead of having it all like loose and sloppy in the end there.
Yeah. This one here's the warp, eh?
Yeah.
And the prong, do you put it in there or?
Yeah, this one here. So this one here we call koyer.
Yeah.
And the other one here, this one here we call a tata.
A tata.
Yeah, so that's got the 3 prong, and this one here is a 1 prong. Just 1 big prong.
And when it hits the shell,
it spreads like a spear. So it goes in, yeah, and it locks itself in there.
Yeah. And this bit of
so this here, we put this in here, in the end there, and it holds that in there. So it's firm, so it doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
Put it on either side,
yeah.
So you can put it around it, and just push it in so it holds it in there firm. See, it won't wriggle around or move.
Yep.
And when you hold it up, it won't slide out, fall out.
Yeah. And then when when it hits the shell, then this.
Yeah, and that comes out.
Yeah.
And then we can take this off, and we can use it again. So
and then
the rope comes out, and then we just chuck that buoy out, and yeah, it just follows the rope.
Beautiful. So before I touched on what's happening on the weekend, but what exactly is the celebration, or what have you got going on?
It's a tombstone unveiling, so pretty much like celebrating the life of the person, you know, which is my granddad. What he was about growing up, things that he loved doing. So yeah, all the family come back together again and reveal the headstone and, you know, his photo and a bit of like a life meaning on there on the headstone about him. And yeah, it's pretty much just about the person for the weekend, you know, that special day for him. Yeah, families all come together and dance, sing, you know, have a big feast, and families from everywhere come down and perform. So it's a big do.
And the big hookup you do, you all go out hunting like we are right now?
Yeah. So like us here, all the grandkids from like here, Weeper, where we grew up, we do our bit. And then, you know, he'll have his family from up in the island, and then you get family, friends, they all contribute. And yeah, everyone sort of contributes, come back together again, and like that's how we keep the culture strong and like all the families connected.
Yeah, because you were saying the culture side of things is dying off a little bit.
Yeah, for us, like here in Weeper, you know, we all work, we all move away from home, you know, and you sort of lose touch. But this sort of event like that brings everyone back together again. Like I was saying, I haven't done island dancing for like ages, you know, but this sort of stuff there, we all come back, all the family join together again, and we all dance. And then we got other families, other dance groups that are families that live elsewhere.
Yeah.
And then they perform elsewhere as well. They all come together, and yeah, it's a big do, big family cultural event.
I think it's an awesome way to celebrate someone's life at the end. It's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
like, unique, and I wish someone would do that for me, you know? Like we all get together, have a big feed and talk about it.
Like especially here in Weipa, because we're sort of, I don't know, like midway sort of from the islands and that, and like that, the Torres Strait, that's where it's all, you know, the culture and that's still strong. They all practice, perform and everything, you know, like here, Weipa's sort of, I wouldn't say out of range, but like, we've got island families here, but it's not as not as strong like as it is back in the islands, you know. But it's always good, events like this all liven the spirit back up again.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'm excited for it.
It's good. All the families come today, so the next few days, it's good catching up, you know, touching base with everyone again on a good note, you know. It's not only just funerals and that, we all catch up and see each other, and everyone goes off again. But,
and on the turtles, so we're hunting turtle today, and I know that, you know, among everyone it's quite a thing that you just don't see, but up these ways, this is the reality of how it is, and these fellas have been, you know, generations and generations have been hunting turtles. It's just the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been passed on from, you know, generation down. Like, you got my granddad, he taught us when we were kids, and then now my dad, you know, he's been teaching us, and all of us boys, you know, we grow up, we can feed the household then. Like for this weekend, you know, all the families are coming, we're doing our part, coming out chasing turtle. That'll feed, you know, the whole family for the weekend. Yeah, it's just a generational thing that's been passed on, cultural thing as well, you know. Yeah, good.
These boys and yous are just like, they're just like this the whole time. Head sort of swivel away.
Eyes work well, mate. What the thing in the seat?
They keep banging.
Pretty much if you miss, next.
So we try to stay on the edge of the reef a bit more. So if they do come, they come straight to us.
Yeah, right.
Surprises you.
They got proper slow and then they just take off.
Yep, we got him there too, look. I missed him.
Holy, I missed the strike. That happened so quick, that one.
Yeah. Remember what I said earlier?
Yeah.
It happens unexpectedly. bit for you too, or straight up? Come this way, Jimmy. Jimmy.
Steady on, eh?
Sometimes go with the one speed.
Let's jump on this boat.
So you gotta go pretty light on the rope with it, eh? So you don't pull it out.
Yeah, steady. Come, Jimmy.
Come, Jimmy. Come.
They usually fight for a while like this?
Depends how much we chase it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes if you chase them for a bit, they'll come up straight away. They're bugger. This fella here was just sitting up there on the edge. So he would have got a good breath of air before.
Come front, Jimmy.
Come front a little bit.
Little bit. Right there, Jimmy.
Steady, Jimmy.
Yeah, neutral there.
Yo.
Still steady.
Hey, what's up?
Got it? Got it, mate.
Don't go ahead.
Murai side one. We go straighten and rope first.
Yeah.
We come back under.
Yeah.
Coming under.
It's that
You
angle.
look, you turn halfway. Jump straight down and turn. Oh, look, another one spotted. Oh, my name.
It's huge.
No, that's
Jimmy.
small.
That's
You know how we were telling you about that size, like Murai? That's like a teenager sort of. That's what, yeah. That's what we sort of refer to when we say Murai. Medium. Like the bigger ones you get those. A lot more bigger, yeah. But you still get fair bit, like, not fair, you get a lot of meat out of this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel up here.
Yeah.
That's where the lung is. So, yeah, you try and aim for the center. The lung, they keep coming up and you'll see them push out the water and that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's an unreal community here, I've noticed. Like, you all really
Yeah.
help each other out, hey?
Yeah, there's a lot of island, Torres Strait Islanders, and then you have regional that are from around here, it's still here.
Yeah.
But no, it's proper mix. Like my dad and them, like his background, they're all like come from the Kanak tribe with like mob as well. As I was explaining from all the outside same it like Masi. Like everyone's all mixed. South Sea Island, Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander.
Yeah.
So it's not just like you got a full blood Aboriginal. Yeah, like we're all mixed.
Yeah.
We got some like Aboriginal, Torres Strait Island, somewhere down the track. Yeah, all different bloodlines.
Yeah. And aliens.
Yeah. But now we're all like connected. Like it's
awesome.
It's funny when you actually dig deep and get to know it all, like but they done that. The government and that moved everyone off out of Mapun years ago. Like I was saying, my grandma, she was only young, and they moved everyone out of there, shipped them all up to New Mapun, which is there near in the NPA with Bamiga and all of that.
Okay.
So everyone moved from there, but not only there, like I scattered them all out through the islands. So, like I was saying, there's Aboriginal people, bloodlines connected, connected everyone through the islands, all connected back to Mapun and Batavia and all of that. Yeah, and it's only like in the recent years that they started bringing everybody back with that Harpoon Day.
Yeah.
And families, like, you'd be surprised there's families that are like not only up through the islands but down south that
Yeah.
moved away and just figuring out their bloodline where they originated from, where their grandparents and everything. Yeah, that's sort of a touchy sort of subject for the oldies out
I
there.
bet it is.
Yeah, like my grandma, she's still alive, and that only happened recently.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
It's crazy to think that, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
It's very recent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Learning a lot.
Ah, it's good. Well, yeah, we still, like, you know, there's a lot of learning curve for us here. Like, there we were explaining this weekend, you know, for us here, like, us boys with the older fellas coming up, are coming down, so there's that way they will come and teach us as well, you know, and it's all about listening and absorbing all that information. And that's how we learn, you know, don't be stubborn and think you know it all, like.
You never know what all way. You gotta listen, hey. That's one of the most important things in life is listening to what people have to say around you, because you'll learn a lot more listening than you will talking.
Yeah, absorb all that information, because them fellas been around a lot more longer than us. Yeah, it's good. I'm looking like, you know, keen for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited. How good it worked out that I'm just randomly here. There's time for you.
Well, that's what I was telling my dad there about.
Yeah.
I was only talking to him a couple of weeks ago about the trip when I was watching all the other episodes.
Yeah.
And then you happen to bump into you. That's why I asked when you were leaving. You know, you just come experience that along your trip.
Mate, it's awesome. Stoked it's worked out that way.
Yeah, like, good.
We're heading in there, but that charter boat just said they'd seen a 4 metre croc. So they're going to drop us on the shore now. We're going to walk in.
Stingray.
Stingray.
Crocodile would have brought him up this far.
Yeah?
There's a big one that travels back and forward in and out of here.
Maybe the one they've seen out the front then.
Yeah, possibly that one waiting to come back in.
How clear it is. What? Look how clear that is. It's crystal.
Yeah. Goes back up and that swamp's just in there.
Up the back there.
Yeah.
So you keep an eye out for that big old croc, eh?
I will.
Oh yeah.
Refreshing.
I actually haven't had a shower in a few days, so this is good.
It's good, like, heaps of families all pulling in.
Yeah.
No, see which way the dirt's been pushed here?
Yep.
Yeah, it comes back this way.
Yep.
So that's them when they crawl up, they push that sand. And then they usually come around. They'll dig like a dummy nest, and then they'll dig the proper nest where they lay. Sugar's got it here.
They dig a dummy nest.
Yeah, so they'll dig a dummy nest, so try and deter like pigs and stuff from digging the nest up. But they can smell them, so it's not that hard for them. You can see here where it's chucked all the sand back.
Yep.
And then he's laid the egg there and went there and chucked all the sand back to cover the nest. And they'll only lay up here on the real high tide mark. So this is the king tide mark. And they only lay up here. Whereas the green turtles, they'll lay a bit lower.
Oh wait. It's like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a little bit older.
Halfway, eh? See that white thing there?
Yeah, the white line.
Yeah.
The smaller it is,
The smaller it is, that's how fresh it is. Probably the night, eh? They get laid. This is halfway, eh? So
half mature.
the thing inside is already growing.
Yeah.
Already growing.
Yeah. What
Living, mate.
Yeah.
No good.
Chuck that one. Yeah, this one's a bit too old. See that?
Yeah.
That big, so the smaller that white bit is there, the fresher it is. Whereas this one here is already half started to mature inside.
No good.
No, we gotta get the smaller
We got
one.
one more here on the other side, yeah. So if we went there like that, we just chuck them back.
Yeah.
Try and get the fresher nest.
Yeah. Bloody hell, boys. Thanks for the day.
All good. Hope you enjoyed the day.
I did. I was learning a lot about turtles.
Come down for a feed.
Yeah, I will.
You got-
Yeah. I don't know. I like the shirt.
Yeah, nice, eh?
It's very nice.
Grandma makes them.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Sick shirt. Were you practicing your bit of dancing last night or what?
Yeah, we had a couple of sessions last night. Final touches before tonight, and everybody, you got all the eyes on us then.
Is this your pad?
No, this is where the old is. So my granddad lived here. Then, well, my grandparents, and then yeah, when he got sick, then my mum and dad and us all moved in, and then we sort of took over.
Yep.
And we're here still. This house was built way before we were even born. So, long time.
Yeah. So this is the...
Yeah, the Kapmari pit. So, yeah, that'll all burn off, light it up. We usually use pallets, you know, a bit more easier for us, and yeah, just add a bit of hard timber in between, stack them up with coconut leaves and that, and yeah, just layer them that rock, and it'll burn. Then all that bed, before we even start putting the pallets and that, we lay a bed of rocks underneath, probably like that. And once all of that burns, it'll hold heat.
Yeah.
And then it gets pretty hot, and then yeah, once you do that, let it all burn off. Then we got a couple of meshes that we made up.
Stack all the food.
Transfer all the meat onto that, and all the boys will bring it, sit it all down on top, cover it up with a heap of them leaves like that, chuck them on top, and then we got hessian bags soaking in that tub there. Layer them on top, and we either put tarp, but we got some of them geofab, so we'll just roll that over the top, and then cover it up. Put a bit of sand around, just cover any holes pretty much where all the smoke and that can get out.
Yeah.
And just try and trap as much heat as you can. And yeah, leave that a couple of hours depending what you're cooking. And yeah, once a couple of them hours, like it's all done, all the boys, all hands on deck, and they rip it there, process in reverse, take everything off. When yeah, boys come along and lift the mesh out, transfer that onto the table, then it's all go from there then.
Yeah.
Unwrapping all your meat, bloody putting them all in the trays, wrapping them up, then putting them on the table then, transferring them where they have to go. Full on, once it's going.
Is there, each stack has its own meat, or that's
Yeah, like we try and, the bigger ones, and then you get like your little ones, the small ones for your veggies.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can add, like, you know, you can do a big layer of your meat, and then you add your veggies on top. That way the heat doesn't cook your veggies as fast.
Yep.
But yeah, you can do it all in one pit. Like if you're doing, like just say pork and veggies, you can do it all in one pit. You don't really have to have two or three, but only because the amount of meat we've got, you know, what we're doing.
Yeah. All in timing, eh?
All in timing, yeah. So someone will sit here and be the time watcher for the day. And then yeah, you just pretty much move on time then.
He's got an important job.
Yeah.
Fire's looking good over there.
Big day.
Yeah, ready. I'm excited.
Prep. Good, ready to go.
I just want to wrap my head around again. So it was 12 years ago that he passed away, but you wait for something in the...
Yeah, usually we wait for like when the casket collapses them. So like when you bury them and they try and build the middle up. So when it collapses, it sort of levels out. But some, like depending, you know, some people don't build the middle up, then you can see where the ground has sunk.
Yeah.
And then, but they usually wait time there 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And then the families will start planning then for the headstone like this. But it all goes back, you know, all the financial stuff and all of that. There's a lot of factors that come into play as well, like when you're planning and that.
And I would also like to call upon all Ron's grandchildren to come forward for the unveiling. Camelia Mali, Makanau, Jamela Didi, and Eli Tabioi.
His songs, you know,
Or you were.
You do a lot of layers of,
Yeah. So that's just like.
and everyone takes them off in a circle.
Yeah. Take all just all in order.
In order.
Whoever's there,
Yeah.
everyone just chips in.
How many layers? There's a lot of
Oh,
layers.
there's a lot.
It's
yeah.
like 100.
And then we'll share them out to all the families then at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone gets a piece of.
Yeah, everyone gets a piece. So you get all the mat, the brooms and that, the materials. There's a fair bit there.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a cut. Gets there, share from it.
Everyone getting photos.
Yeah. So all the families will come through then and get all photos. And, but you know, there's some that would have missed the funeral back then and now can make the tombstone, you know, years later. So it's a big trip for them as well, like a big day for them.
A lot of them would probably try and make this one, but it's really the last one.
Yeah, and it's sort of the bigger, you know, the big ones there.
These are the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Got the burn going?
Yeah, man. Yeah, just got to burn it to get the heat into the rock.
And you wet? Why are you wetting all these down?
So when we put it on, because that's so hot, you wet the easier, keep them like damp. So when we put it on, they don't burn.
Yeah.
If it creates a fire inside, it'll burn the meat.
Yep.
So we just keep wetting these before we chuck them on.
And particular plants are these ones?
Yeah, so this one here is the almond leaf.
Almond leaf?
Yeah, this one here is a type of hardwood that we use.
And they're the best too?
Yeah.
And they both will go on one...
So these leaves here we'll use for the veggies and the pork.
Yep.
And then these two here will have dugong, turtle, and beef in it. Yeah. So yeah, these ones here they burn less, like they can stand more heat, and then these ones here, because that one there is going to be at a lower temperature.
Yep.
So we use these thin leaves.
Oh, they're hot.
Yeah,
Wow. There's a lot of heat there, eh? That ain't no campfire heatness, that's a proper hot.
Yeah.
All the meat they've been collecting, huh?
Yeah.
In it. All ready for the cooking. Pig, turtle, and dugong,
Boys gonna need some energy boost.
beef, veggies. We're gonna get it ready, put on those mesh cages, put it on the fire, leaves, sand. That's what I've gathered.
So it's the orange grey.
A big operation, eh?
Yeah, there's a lot of work.
So
we've done all of this over the last 2 days.
yeah,
Yeah, we got it got everything all marinated, wrapped up.
you said he marinated the dugong in that esky there, yeah?
Big esky, and then we packed it all in there, and then we stuck it all in the freezer and in the fridge.
Soy sauce, ABC sauce.
Yeah, soy sauce, ABC sauce, and garlic. Yeah.
That's it, about. Why? On the mother meat there.
The almond tree. Fat. The lads are just stacking the meat trays. This is a cool process.
Yeah. So we'll stack them
Yeah.
and get it on there. Then we'll add a couple of hot rocks, put them all on top again, and then just stack a bit more.
Stack again.
Yeah. And then when we take them out, how we pack it. Take the meat off first and get rid of the rocks, and then take the mesh off with the rest of it. Right. Got some rock on the
Yeah, so we'll put these rocks on
Yep.
and we'll chuck leaves on it.
Yep.
And then we'll put the veggies and then cover it up. So this part here is going to be quick because we'll lose it.
Lose the heat.
Yeah. We'll put that fire. Yeah, we'll start
end one there.
What an experience this has been. There's some pig hunting dogs here. All the dogs up these ways are hunting dogs. Aren't ya? You're a pig hunting dog, aren't ya? You get him. They were saying this one the other day, a pig went flying down the road. No one was here and he went after it. Got in a bit of a tussle. And busted yourself up a bit, didn't you? It's a whole nother world up these ways, I tell ya, and I'm loving it. I hope you guys are enjoying showing off different parts of the country and the culture and that around Australia. And that's what I'm trying to do along this series, is show off all unique lives and what's really going on up these ways. I'm not sheltering you guys or hiding nothing, and I hope you're appreciating it. Yeah, you're a good dog.
Here we are, we've got some pork, That one's gonna make up as pork blood. It's a blood, another delicacy food that we cook. And
They're in all three.
another one, this one's dugong.
You're going. Oh, yeah, they're the colour of the meat.
It's dugong, and we got some beef again, soy sauce one. It'll be a bit hot around here.
It is hot.
And this one's curry pork. It's gonna let them all steam through, then add a bit more addings to them.
Yeah.
And give them a real flavor right at the end of it. Let it cook through. But we had them on marinated for the last couple of days in the bags, clip-up bags. Before we packed them, we marinated them. And
Yeah.
so hopefully all of that should have went through all of that stuff now.
It's a big feast.
Yeah, mate, yeah. Lot of people. The old fella knew a lot of people. Family from up north, up in the islands have come. Wide and far, right? So,
Maybe over 100 people?
yeah, more.
More,
Yeah,
hey?
yeah. You got, yeah, and the locals here, who dad, the old man, they lived in the community here, moving from Bamiga down, NPA. And he worked at the farm with a lot of blokes and carpentry and community.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everyone. And everyone gets along, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about this time. It's about bringing everyone together. Food,
Yeah.
you know, we'll talk about it over food, meeting and greeting, and people who've never seen each other for a long time, other families that come.
Yeah.
They'll all meet tonight.
Yeah.
Some have all probably met today. But tonight, with entertainment, food,
Yeah.
families happy now that it's all done.
Yeah.
At the cemetery side of stuff opening, the unveiling of it.
Everyone's ready to celebrate the life.
Yeah, it's all celebration day today, mate. Eh? Happy days.
Happy days.
So like music, sing song, a lot of traditional dancing, traditional songs. Don't get me wrong, they'll probably be still going tomorrow. That's just how it rolls in the Cape way. But everyone come together, respect,
Yeah.
respect and love.
Yeah.
Brings everyone together. In video you can try to talk to one time.
Whoa. Potatoes, cabbage, onion.
Yep.
You're boiling the water for.
Just to wash the utensils like the knives and stuff because of the grease of different meat. You got you got dugong, then you got pork. You know, mixing that.
No good.
So you cut one, give it a rinse off, and then you start on the other.
Yeah.
That's a big pot.
That is a big pot.
One now.
What's this one?
Turtle.
Turtle.
The big pot.
That's a big pot. That's the turtle. There's a lot of like what parts? You know, there's greener and red. What's the difference?
Oh, one is the fat. One is the
That's
fat.
the
The
fat.
green's the fat, yeah. And the red's the meat. And the yellow, sort of a fat too as well.
In between.
In between, yeah. This one here is from the guts, the intestines.
Yeah, right.
Intestines. Sometimes when you open it, it has that reggae color.
Yeah,
We
right.
always call it reggae.
Reggae.
When it's alright, yeah.
This process now is just going to take out most of that soup, the watery stuff. We'll get most of that out and leave a bit of moisture in there. And that blood that I was telling you about in that bucket over there, I'm going to add that and stir it in.
Garlic?
Yep. That's a better color.
Better colour?
Yeah, like dark blood.
What? Amazing. Amazing. Wow, good. Thank you.
Hey, just what's the limb neck on time, mate?
Cut up the size already, you could leave it like
I think you want to trail, yeah. Unless we just follow an escape there.
day.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's not done yet.
Almost done.
So this one go on the table.
Let us pray. Can you bow our heads, please? Oga tati, oga kazi, oga maigi mari. Ina kiude ni bia kaibo kubinu. Kubini aipa. Bueni na mabai koza mpeba. Propa. Oga moga bulaipa. I want let's eat together.
Get into it.
Yeah, I will.
You were waiting for it, they told me.
I'm gonna eat all day, yeah. Hey.
The feast is nearly done. Dancing is about to begin.
Looks like yeah.
Her get down, get down, get
Very good, yeah.